Hey everybody, it's Camo Dave Show, afternoon show for the 5th of March 2021. Camping with the Kellys. Are you a full-time RVer or a van lifer? You know, they pretty much live on the road all the time. Where are they from? Kansas City or someplace like that? I don't know. Anyway, they're probably going to be heading east, maybe up to Maine this summer. And you know who's going to be following them? Or in tow with them, probably the guy from Illinois that we don't talk about anymore. I don't know, man. I don't know. We got a new one there from Element Van Life. Nate and his girlfriend Shannon busily building out the Japanese domestic market van. They were busy putting up the walls and the shelving, and they were busy putting in the fan wherever that is. It's up there somewhere. Anyway, so a lot of work on that vehicle. Oh yeah, so good stuff here from EVL. And a new one here from Dave's RV Life. He's busy back up in Pennsylvania getting ready to take a white van and work to remodel it too. Get some, at least get it basically set up so he can do some traveling in it. Got a lot of changes for Dave. Changes in his channel, perhaps doing some classic car upgrades and renovations, and so maybe selling Betty the Bounder. But he's keeping Bella the dog. Oh yeah, let's go. Remember that song by the Cars? Anyway, a new one there from Itchy Boots. Back on the road there. Back on the road. It's time, South Africa. Oh yeah. This is clickbait. This wins our clickbait award. This wins our clickbait award for the day. It is Allie needs surgery. Allie is Trenton Allie. You know, Trenton Allie. That's Allie. She's beautiful, isn't she? Anyway, okay. So it's the gums. She needs some work on her gums. That's what she needs. So, which is not. We're not gonna. It scares us to read Allie needs surgery. Yeah, okay. Some work on her gums. So that's, okay. It got me to watch. It did get me to watch. Free lake camping in Texas, cargo trailer conversion, happy place camping. Good video there. Oh, yeah. Haven't watched a lot of the Carpetbagger Jacob lately, but this ain't a bad video. He's at the Mob Museum there in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, he's had a lot of requests to do it, so he's finally complying. Want to know a lot about repair for vehicles, for your camper, whatever? Great channel is gone again. Trailer leaf springs. Trailer leaf springs. Or torsion axles. Anyway, he's 17 degrees below zero Fahrenheit. Anyway, I always like this channel. Great channel there. Check it out. Gone again. A lot of how-to kind of things on your van. And, of course, the Trek Pal. Oh, yes. Which looks just like the Max Oak Blue Eddy, right? I don't know, man. Anyway, how you going to call for help when you're in a disabled vehicle, huh? Garmin, is that the answer? I don't know. Jump starting your batteries and the TAC Life T8 Max jump starter. Good channel. A lot of equipment reviews and some how-to stuff. Gone again. Check it out. What else has Dave been watching? Dan Shikos. Dan's a really cool Russian dude, and his wife. He's learning English. They give us a lot of real life escapades about how to live in Russia and the Moscow area and stuff like that. Anyway, he's going to be a daddy. My wife is giving birth. Whoa! What has he got? 113,000 views. Good one. Fran Blanche. She is the Philadelphia lady that does a lot of tech reviews, a lot of kind of oddball tech. You got to watch her channel. It is a great channel. She has a lab. She tests electronic equipment out, does a whole bunch of things. She's putting together a documentary about her years on YouTube, many years. And what does she have? Some content constipation. What's this one? Who's that? I don't know. I don't know. Mr. Ron there. Mr. Ron. Regular car guy. Yeah, regular car guy and his buddy Roman. My favorite public bathrooms. He's from Pennsylvania, somewhere up in northeastern Pennsylvania, and he does a review of all of his favorite public bathrooms. So I guess when you're out on the road a lot, that's an important thing, you want to go in a good place, right? Anyway, on his main channel, Regular Cars, he reviews the manual transmission Dodge Caravan, which is a 1994 5MT, which is probably being lived in by many, many nomads as we speak. Did he give it a good review? You know, his views are very, let's just say, non-traditional. He really gets into a lot of psychology, and a lot of it very, very base, what is the word? Guttural psychology. Regular Cars guy, check him out. And that beautiful, the Dodge Caravan 5MT 1994. Maybe that's the van for me. Steve Austin says, letters. Let's do some letters. Steve Austin. James Wanderlust Estate seems like an okay dude, but he ain't so good at nomadic life. I don't know. He does seem to have a lot of trouble with it, right? I really think, I wonder why he bought the Class A, okay? It just doesn't seem to fit his lifestyle. You know, I mean, really, I don't disparage him from buying an RV, but he's just one guy. Why does he want such a big vehicle? You know, it just would seem easier. He does DoorDash, so now he's got to have a car too, right? A car and a big Class A. That's two vehicles, insurance for two vehicles, gas for two vehicles, repairs for two vehicles, and a vehicle way bigger than he needs. He doesn't even have a dog or anything. It's just him. Why doesn't he just get a nice van? And then he could use the van for doing the DoorDash because it rides like a car, and have one vehicle and one insurance payment and one gas. I don't know. I don't know. I like James. I think he's a very oddly compelling guy, but I just wonder the decision to buy a Class A and have a car in his particular, state of life there, just being one guy on the road doesn't seem like the smartest move. I don't know, man. I would say, he doesn't need all that space. Why does he need all that space? He's not even a hoarder like some of these nomads that have to collect junk and fill up their, he's not that kind of a guy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Rip Storton says, I look so handsome with the short beard. It makes me almost want to cut mine, but doubt it would help. AC80V says, Wanderlust is just following the teachings of his master, that Tater, whoever Tater is. I guess he's that guy who has a house in Illinois there. I don't know. I don't know. I guess if one, it's like if one of your rival nomads buys a Class A, then you got to buy a Class A, then he has to buy a Class A, then everyone has to buy a Class A, even if they don't really need a Class A. It just seems kind of weird, A Class A, I mean, if you like luxury living, I guess RVing, that's the way to go, but there's so many disadvantages to driving around a big honking vehicle like that. They're hard to boondock. You get, they use a lot of gas. They have a lot of systems. They're expensive. I don't know, man. And, I get it if you have a mom and a dad and two kids and you need the space. But if you're just a single guy, I don't know, man. I don't know. James, explain it to me. My goodness, everybody's bitching at me about Lethbridge. We had Steve Wallace there with his camo tarp. Lethbridge, I was like, oh, well, he's usually Ontario, right? Oh, no! It's Alberta. Sorry. I got to bone up on my Canadian geography. Terry B says, now that the spring is here, it seems like more introspective nomads who spent the last 6 to 12 months reevaluating themselves during the pandemic and putting together an actual plan, regardless of what it is, are going to do much better than the aimless nomads just constantly circling the drain. What I call it circling Arizona, okay? Like Arizona's like a big drain, and we start to see these nomads that, look, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to go out to Arizona later this year. I hear so many good things about it. I want to go there. But it's like a giant, you just see nomads. They get to Arizona, it's like a black hole, and they can't get out of Arizona. And they just go. They go from Lake Havasu to Yuma to Quartzsite to Tucson to Apache Junction to Flagstaff, Williams, and then back around to Lake Havasu and then Parker, and they just never get out of the state, Trippin' Tracy says she's disappointed about the van build location change. I think Jamie's still thinking it, okay? You know, he was planning for that van build in North Georgia there last fall. That didn't happen. You know, he does have a friend in Indiana who's got some land, so that's it. But yeah, you know, depends when they're going to have it. If it's going to be in this, first of all, in the summertime, Indiana is friggin' hot, right? So you got to do it in the spring or the fall, right? And if you wait too late into the winter, it's going to be too cold and people are all south. I don't know. I would have to say to Jamie, honestly, the best idea is the fallback position and just go back to how you used to do it. Parker in November. Parker in November. You know, Arizona, you know. That just seems, the weather's good. It's a good time to be there. All the nomads are heading to Arizona anyway. It's kind of like the precursor to the RTR or whatever that's called these days. So I don't know. I would think that I would think Arizona would be a better place if you wait till, say, November-ish when it's cooling down out there. And yeah. But Indiana, I don't know. Indiana. Ollie Peddle says James Wonderlust driving around in a car to find somewhere to park his giant rig. Yeah, that's what I don't know where to park the rig. I go use the car as a scout vehicle and drive around and look for a place to park. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do I say? James, I think you bought the wrong vehicle. Pat wants to know, is stealth camping in a 30-foot RV a thing? There is no such thing as stealth in a 30-foot RV. No. Benny says, who's the guy that Dave doesn't mention in Illinois? He's the guy in Illinois. He's got a house there. He's got a cat. He's been on YouTube for many years. He always likes to go down to Florida. Whatever. He asked me not to cover him anymore, but you know what? He's still a major YouTuber, and we still have to work him in one way or another. But, you know, you don't always get what you want, as Mick Jagger said, but sometimes you get what you get. You know what I'm saying? A Car says, hi, Dave. I have always been annoyed with, and then here's another nomad we don't talk about, the one from Arizona, the former traveler who now lives in a trailer. Tell me what you think she makes. Why does she make 1 to 2 minute videos every couple of days? I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, it's like she keeps her foot in the door in YouTube, you know. I don't know, you know. And there's some, you know, ka-ching coming her way. You know, put up a couple videos a week or a minute or two. You know, a lot of these nomads, a lot of these former nomads, a lot of these other channels, you know, it's just keep your foot in the door, you know. If I crank out something where I'm just sitting there looking into the camera for half an hour, you know, at least keeps the foot in the door and, and A-Car also thinks that Aja has a new boyfriend, and I couldn't be happier for her. Really? You think so, huh? Well, I don't know. Love at the bottom of YouTube. Yeah, okay, that'd be cool. Anyway. AC Gillespie, talking about the shirt that this old stoner sent me, which is wonderful. The shirt will long outlive you, my friend. Enjoy it. What an awesome gift. Is that a good thing? I'm not good. The shirt's going to outlive me, huh? Okay. We were asking the other day which of your favorite nomads should be cast in the new nomadic version of the Love Boat. Thanks to Mr. Linescrew, who did a nice video where I was the beautician. Kevin Cole says, Love Boat casting. My first thought was Randy, the mobile traveler, as the yeoman purser because he'd be in charge of the money. Oh, yeah. Go Frugal says, you really need to be careful being in Mississippi if you're a nomad, especially down on the Gulf Coast. He says, Go Frugal says, I lived there for 10 years and it's a good idea to avoid it because the law is very well backed by the locals and they are conservative beyond belief. Yeah, that particular nomad that we will talk about with the house in Illinois there was down there and got very angry when the police kicked him out of his boondocking spot. So, I don't know, man. And Odd 17B is talking about certain nomads that bitch about not making reservations at campgrounds and then complaining about the fact that they can't get into the campgrounds. Campgrounds exist for a reason. You have no reservation, you might want to stay home. You know, in this day and age of more and more people out on the road, and this is what Odd 17B says, truck stops are also getting more crowded because, you know, not only are the trucks on the road, but now a lot of the nomads in their RVs and stuff are parking in truck stops to get, you know, because the campgrounds are all full. So it quickly gets out of hand. Yeah. Good Lord, the entire West Coast has been battling this nightmare for years, right? When you're on the West Coast, if you're in areas where there's a lot of people, urban areas like California, Florida, the Northeast, yeah, you know, unless you make advance reservations, you know, just stopping in and finding an empty campground or at least some vacant slots at a campground is getting more and more difficult. The other thing Rip Snorton says is when you see certain nomads posting like really cool boondocking spots online, then other people say, hey, that's a real cool boondocking spot, and they'll rush to go to that boondocking spot, and then there's a whole slew of people parking there now. The police get called, and they kick everybody out. So by you promoting a particular boondocking spot, you're actually hurting it for yourself, because then when you come back to that boondocking spot, there's big no parking signs. And we've had a certain nomad say that. Why is it that every place I used to boondock, there's always no parking signs or no overnight camping signs now, you know? Well, because people are watching you and they're going there and they're crowding these places out and they're generating complaints, and now, you know, you ruined it for everybody, including yourself. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Happy birthday, Crotchety. Thank you, Dave. Today, Crotchety is 3 years old. I put up another video on the one of my other channels somewhere. We're going to run a special little Easter egg for you right now at the end of today's show. So stay tuned for that. One of Crotchety's very first appearances on the Camo Dave channel, and his voice hadn't quite gelled yet. We're not quite sure how, you know, we're working on his voice. So check that out. It's coming up momentarily right here as soon as I say vlog under. On the I like the name Crotchety. I really do. I think the name Crotchety is so cool. Bruce Bunger out there in San Jose, California, sent me Crotchety a week and a half ago, right? And I think he is just adorable. Isn't he adorable? Getting a nice close look at him. Look at the camo cap on the top. It's held together with safety. It's held on his head with safety pins. Ow, that must hurt. It hurts. It hurts. But Anyway, there's the beard. Look at the eyes, close up of the eyes there. Isn't that neat? And his mouth there with the tongue. And then the shirt. You know, and we're going to get a good look at him, Camo Dave. Now, see, that's what happened the other day. His arms get kind of stuck behind him. Makes him look like he has handcuffs on when he doesn't. YouTube. Isn't that a neat shirt? I don't know where you got a little... It's like a baby shirt, isn't it? Must have bought that in the store. Baby size, huh? Infant size. What is that? Tiny little shirt. Anyway. Let's see if I can prop this damn camera up so you can see something here. Is that good? Yeah. Okay. But then we got, look at these arms, okay? These are like, you can, you know, so I could have a puppet, like a puppet show, where I have him like, I don't know, I don't have 3 arms, so one to control the mouth, and then these 2 to, you know, hey there. I don't know, if we had 2 people working this, if I go down to Craig's and hang out with him, he could do the arms and I could do the talky bit, but I don't know how to do, you know, I'm not a puppeteer, but these are really neat. And yeah, look at that. Isn't that cool? Ah! But that's the mechanism there. And so yeah, you put the like this, and you go, hi there, my name is Crotchety. I like Dave. I like being here. I like it. Anyway. So anyway, that's cool.